Has anyone ever caught an abominable snowman? Not yeti. Right, possible 9-mark exam question regarding hot deserts, which we think is quite a likely topic over the next couple of years. So here's your question, 9-marker. Let's go through classic every exam question, highlight the keywords, let's find out what the exam board wants us to do. So it's a to what extent question. To what extent means you've got to weigh it up, big or small, is it long term, short term, serious, not serious, we don't know, we haven't read the rest of the question yet. But as it's a 9-mark question, obviously you're going to have to make a judgment. So to what extent you're going to have to judge, is it a big extent or a small extent? Really, really crucial. You may well have seen in the geography rooms, you've got the extentometer up on some of the walls now. A good one to consider on these type of questions, but essentially it's a 9-marker. You're going to have to make a judgment. Hot deserts, really important. This in the exam they're likely to give you a tick box saying hot deserts or cold environments. Make sure you go hot deserts because we haven't studied cold environments. Provide is a word that I haven't highlighted there, means to give more. Okay, so keyword there, more. Opportunities mean something you can do, challenges mean something that test you. So the question is essentially asking you, do hot deserts provide more things you can do than the tests that exist in the hot deserts? So do hot desert environments provide you with the chance to do more stuff than the actual tests that exist within the hot desert? It's a 9-mark question. You should know your structures by now. Introduce, 2 PEELEs and an overall conclusion. Because it's a 9-marker, it is absolutely crucial that you are specific. Use a case study, and if you're told to use the figure, in this example there is no figure. So our introduction, remember in the introduction you've got to answer the question. The introduction gives you a chance to think, because your introductions are always going to be the same. And it allows you just to continue to break down what the question's actually asking you. So in terms of this question, the top 2 introductions are very similar to each other. They're either, yeah, I agree that you provide more opportunities and challenges, or alternatively you disagree that more opportunities are provided than challenges. You might notice I've dropped in the Mojave Desert there. Reason for that is just show the examiner straight away, look, I'm going to be specific in this question. Intro 3 is a slightly higher level introduction. It's what I'd want to be seeing from grade 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students, which is to show a little bit of balance early doors. I partially agree that hot deserts provide more opportunities than challenges. However, in some instances, the challenges make the opportunity impossible to achieve. The concept there is you're giving the examiner some balance already. You're showing the examiner that you have read the to what extent, and you're going to make a judgment as well. So a bit of a recap over the Mojave Desert. You will have studied 4 opportunities that exist in this desert. We have tourism, mining, solar panels, and farming of alfalfa grass. Now in terms of my personal preference, I would always use these 2 on the right hand side on any opportunities questions, mining and farming, because there's so much evaluation you can make out of them, which I think is probably easier than the tourism and the solar panels example. So I will be talking in this answer about mining, the mining of gold I should say, and the farming of alfalfa grass and animal feed. I won't be talking about tourism and solar panels, but obviously in the exam you can do if you feel you can evaluate them. So that was the opportunities. What about the challenges? Well, 3 challenges we have taught you in class. You have the very high temperatures, which can reach upwards of 40, 50 degrees in the Mojave Desert. You have isolation, that's the photo in the middle with the purple, I don't know what they are, thimble, being isolated from the other areas. Deserts are often isolated. And in the top left hand corner you also have the fact that hot deserts are very dry, obviously under 250 millimeters of rainfall per year. So the concept is, do those opportunities on the previous page outweigh these challenges? And the fact that we've chosen the Mojave Desert gives you an easy answer really. The opportunities obviously outweigh the challenges because they are done in the Mojave Desert. farming happens, mining happens, tourism happens. So already you've got the simple possible answer there of simply saying yes, they must do because those opportunities exist. We're going to go for a slightly more complicated answer, but gives you the easy way out. Okay then, question back up in the top right hand corner. Our PEELE number 1, I'll give you a chance to have a read through of it with me. Obviously just pause me if you get bored of me essentially reading from the board. But the concept being that large-scale opportunities actually do exist in the Mojave Desert. And if you look at that PEELE, what we've gone there is we've clearly answered the question. We've said an opportunity, and we've named an example, and we've identified that the challenge is there as well. So we've got the opportunity is the farming of alfalfa grass, the challenge is the lack of precipitation. It's a really, really good point here because we've brought in both elements of the question and said that the point outweighs the challenge. The evidence in the last 10 years it's more than doubled. The explanation of that, well, what is the opportunity? Well, you add jobs in transport and farming itself, more money is spent in the area, residents now have more disposable income, they therefore spend more in the local economy, and it's that sort of idea that the one opportunity leads to that positive multiplier effect, that more opportunities will exist as a result. They're linked back to the question there. Some opportunities have been successfully incorporated into the Mojave Desert, and you look at that PEELE above it and you go, well, yeah, actually they're right. You do farm alfalfa there, you've got a little bit of evidence to back it up, and you've explained what on earth the opportunity will lead to. Top level though, if we can evaluate our PEELEs as we go. However, is this a sustainable system? Well, no. The groundwater that you need for alfalfa grass farming will dry up within 10 years. Therefore means that actually it's a short-term opportunity and the challenges will outweigh the opportunity. Again, we've linked directly back to the question with that. You're now saying that the challenges will outweigh the opportunities. PEELE 2. We've got mining here, was the one that I said we're going to choose earlier. Yeah, mining does exist in the Mojave Desert despite the high temperatures and lack of water for the actual miners. A little bit of evidence there, 20 full-time miners, high values of metal extracted is the opportunity. You pay tax in the area, you improve the settlements within the Mojave Desert, and it's that, again, that positive multiplier effect that one opportunity leads to other opportunities. It shows that the Mojave Desert can have opportunities that lead to profit and increased tax. It's those economic opportunities. However, again, that evaluation, let's draw back to the question that actually the fact that the Mojave Desert is so isolated from other settlements means it's very, very expensive to export them, and as a result it will only ever be a small scale development. So look, again, we've got that challenge idea in evaluation, and we're saying that the opportunity exists, but it's only ever going to be small scale. Conclusion. I mean, it was the initial point I made earlier that it's a simple conclusion. Farming and mining do occur. It is possible. However, those opportunities are only ever going to be small scale or temporary, would be my overall conclusion to this question. Hope it makes sense. If you've got any questions about the Mojave Desert, come and see us down in H8.